Well, dull, tired looking skin and eyes. A little bit of color does a lot. My skin looks dull, my eyes have bags, and that's the way I'm feeling. So I took out a few of my simple little tools and supplies, and now, the end, I'm finished. I look better and feel better.
Hi friends, welcome to my channel. If you're new, a special welcome, and if you like this content that I provide, I'd love for you to join. And for my returning subscribers, thank you. And just let me say thank you to my returning subscribers, because you are all so encouraging to me and so positive, and I actually think of you as part of my important existence, and so I wanted you to know that. Well, today what I was doing is I have to run a couple of errands, and so I just come back into my little vanity room and started getting ready, and I thought, you know what, let me turn this video on. I'm behind in filming. I don't have a whole lot that is, you know, pre-planned and done, because I just kind of had a crazy week. I usually try not to do too much when my husband's home visiting, because I want to spend that time with him, and poor guy, he ends up just working his little fanny off, and I just appreciate it. So I was outside watering the newly laid mulch around the pavers that he put down, and I just got soaking wet because the sprinkler was just acting up, and I thought, oh yeah, I need a new little sprinkler, and I got wet. So, but anyway, so I thought I'd come in and chit chat with you and just kind of get ready and just share a few things. So this is just going to kind of be like a little chit chat, get ready with me, and kind of give you a little update on what's going on in my own life. It was a crazy week. Like I said, my husband was here. We did a lot of work around the house. It was his actual vacation time, so we had no vacation planned, and so it was just a work in progress around the house. And then I thought Friday, because he always leaves Saturday to get back for the week, and you know, I thought Friday we'll go do something, and we had talked about maybe one day going to the beach, but then my mom got ill, and she just hasn't been feeling well, and you know, it's just been very weak, very tired, and so they did some blood work, and she had really, really low, her red blood cell count had just drastically dropped from 3 months ago, so we had to kind of stop everything, and we had to get her in. She had to have a blood transfusion, 2 units, and she's feeling a little more perky, but you know, we're gonna try to figure out what's going on with her. And you know, let me just say this: if you take care of an elderly person, especially one that lives with you, it is a full-time job, and it is a job that is very difficult, and I certainly couldn't get through it unless I had a very strong faith in God. And you know, for my close dear friends that listen to me, because it's difficult, it's very hard. And you know, just to kind of give you a little background, my mom and I never really got along when I was growing up. She just had a difficult life herself, and she's a product of World War II. She was born and raised in another country, Italy, and didn't come here to the States until she was 17, and just a lot of things that she went through growing up without her father, and then really not knowing him until she came over to the States. And because he had come before them and to establish a workshop, shoe shop, and then he got stuck here and they were stuck over there where all the visas were revoked and the war broke out. And so it was pretty tragic. And so just some issues that she had to deal with that. And, it was just difficult. And so I've always been, I think, because of knowing how I saw her growing up, she's pretty talented. She taught herself how to read and write English. She could speak Italian beautifully, read it. She can look at something and just make it. She doesn't even need a pattern. She just can look at it and kind of put it together herself. But she has a hard time translating or, comprehending. And I think because of that, there just were some insecurities. And I think that's what made me probably stronger myself and want to become independent and not depend on others and try to understand. And but anyways, so we just kind of, there was just a control kind of issue. And I guess I just wasn't who she thought I should be. And, it was just difficult. So once I graduated high school, and grateful for my parents for educating me after that and supporting me and getting me on my way, as I believe that's what parents do. I was out on my own then. And so we have not lived together for years and years and years and years and years. I mean, I've actually been married to my husband longer than I lived at home with my parents. And then after my dad passed, she did live on her own, and she did very well up until 3 years ago. And then, it was just time. And so I was the one who took her in. And let's just say the road's been bumpy, the waves have been high. It's been difficult. And there's just so much emotions that go on with it that, you have to learn how to, I don't think you can ever be prepared for it. I mean, I'm in nursing, I've worked with elderly, but it's totally different when it's your own family. And even all of the skills that just kind of don't apply. And so it's needless to say, I can't say it enough, it's been rough, but I'm finding my way through it. Lots and lots of prayer. Just God has been so good and has blessed me, and I'll know when it's time to make other arrangements. For right now, we're just trying to keep everything peaceful and happy. And I am learning that it's just not something you can easily give to someone else. They have to choose to be that way. And if you've chosen not to be that way for close to 90 years, it's pretty difficult to think that you're going to do it now. So I have to learn what to do for me. I have had to learn how to separate myself, but I'm, very concerned about leaving her alone and being gone too long. But then, in talking to home health services that have come in and stepped in now to help, it's wonderful because they're also helping me and telling me, yes, you have to go out. Yes, you need to. She is capable to stay by herself. We can make arrangements to bring in an agency, which I'm working on. So enough about that, because I do have to run out. So what I did is I started putting my makeup on, and I thought, oh, let me stop, because I kind of want to share with you what I'm doing just for a real light base. And yes, I know them dark circles. And oh, it's outside. The allergies. My eyes started itching again the other day, so I really started cranking up the drops, and because I don't want to go through being sick again. But I wanted to show you the difference in my eyebrow. Now, I just applied my Anastasia Beverly Hill Brow Wiz that I use all the time on this eye, which is my right eyebrow, and just show you the difference. And this is my eyebrow with nothing on it, and this is the eyebrow that I did have microblading done to.
Had both eyebrows microbladed.
I want to say it's been 2 years. So, over 2 years? Yeah, it's been 2 years. So it has faded. And now with my hair all grown out to its natural color, gray, I'm going to go back in to have them touched up and have this part extended a little bit, and then have her darken them, because this color, of course, isn't really suited for my hair now. So I plan on doing that, and I'll just kind of, if I can move that out of the way so you can see and I can see, that I just have to touch it up, and I just basically outline underneath my eyebrow. Now, I just want to tell you that I have literally no eyebrows. And since she did the microblading, I have had a little bit of hair growth, which she did say it may stimulate, you know, the hair follicles, or you might notice a little more, which I have. But if I didn't have the microblading on the actual, you know, part of my eyebrows that have the hair on them, there would, I mean, literally nothing. It was awful. I mean, I could never just get up and run out and go somewhere because I just looked so sick. I mean, literally. I'll try to find one of my old pictures that I know I've posted before, and I'll put it in there. And that's it. That's as simple and easy as I do. And before, it would take me a combination, I'm not kidding you, at least 45 minutes to do my eyebrows, because I had to completely draw them in before. And now I just do a little outline, and I'm excited to have them touched up again. So, so that's it for the eyebrows. And then I applied Painterly Pot already to the upper portion of my eyelids. I'll just kind of go over what I have already done. And then I used Bye Bye Foundation Full Coverage Moisturizer today, and I just tapped it on with the Sonia Kashuk sponge, which I really like. And I'm kind of interested in looking at the Beauty Blender. They have a new foundation out. So I want to go take a look at that and see if I might be interested in trying it, even though I don't really want to purchase anymore, but I'm willing to try it to see if it might be something that I can share with you that we like, or that I like. And then I use the Charlotte Tilbury Under Eye concealer, and I'm going to do a little more because I need it. It was a rough week this week, guys, because with her having to have 2 units of blood done, that was like almost a 5.5, 6 hour process on Friday, which of course I stayed there. I wouldn't leave because anything can happen, and she's never had a blood transfusion before. And what they're thinking is maybe she was on an arthritis medication because her legs and back hurt her quite a bit, you know, her joints, and maybe it was too harsh for her, but I guess we'll just have to see how well she holds this in, and hopefully nothing, her color looks better. Oh my gosh, this bun is messy. She feels a little more energized, not a lot, but a little more. So Okay, so I have that going, and then I applied this It Bye Pore pressed powder, and I'll just put a little more on. And because I'm gonna stay with light colors today, oh, here it is. It's called Soft and Sultry. I've showed this before. I've been wearing this quite a bit because it's really so pretty. It's so light and subtle, and I think I'll just dab a little on just to give me a little color because I am kind of looking sort of washed out. Just kind of, just tired, and a lot going on last week, and just got to kind of catch up. So, but I have to pay attention to the new sod outside because I have sprinklers, different types, but I just need a low one. And I went to Walmart yesterday, and I was trying to describe to the clerk. I said, yeah, I'm looking for, because I just couldn't find them. And I went into both garden areas that they had, and I said, I'm looking for a sprinkler. And I said, not the, the tall ones or the big, so then I'm like, the one that goes, the guy kind of looked at me like, yeah, okay. But anyways, they didn't have any. So I'm heading over to Lowell's because, Lowell's just never lets me down. Now I'm lining with powder because I need to open my eyes up a little bit. They're just looking tired because I do feel tired. I haven't had a good bike ride in a couple of days either. Number one, because it's been so, all I do is I just run a little shadow just to kind of give a little emphasis to the eyelid. It's just been so hot. Oh my goodness. It's hit in my area up to, like 93. Oh, and, by, afternoon, it's pretty hard to breathe outside because there was a little tiny bit of rain, which we need a lot of. And last year, I just remember it rained and rained and rained all season long. And this year, I'm dying for rain because we got that new grass laid, and I'd like to not have to water it myself, but it just kind of sprinkled. And it was overcast, which was nice because, makes it feel a little cooler. But then the humidity just was like outrageous. You walk outside and you're just like, oh, I just stepped into like a bakery oven, and it's like they've got sprayers in there that are spraying maple syrup on you because that's the way you feel. Okay, guys, so I just used a couple of little colors from that Milani palette, and I really like that palette. I think it's super nice. And I am just putting my eyelashes in here. I use an eyelash curler all the time because it just helps curl my lashes because my lashes are super straight. And I do use an eyelash enhancer fortifier. It just helps with, when I'm applying mascara, it just really, gives them some nice strength and volume, and then it holds a curl. So I've been using for a couple of years the Rodan & Fields Lash Boost, and I love it. So, and I just am kind of on more of a maintenance with it. I do it maybe 3 times a week. I don't do it every day. because I just don't need to. And it just, a little bit of mascara, a little bit of color on your eyes can really, now I'm just using my viewfinder to put this on, which probably isn't such a good idea because I'm probably smearing it all over, but and the mascara that I'm using, I've talked to you about before, and I think I talked about it and said I didn't like it. It's the Milk. But after I started using it and getting used to, oh my gosh, look at my eyes. Here we go again. See how bloodshot they are. Oh. You know what that's from? That is from allergies, and I have to keep an eye on it because my eyes really are the indicator to what the rest of my body is going to be doing. But this is the mascara. I'm sorry I'm making so much noise. It's called Milk Kush Mascara. It's a big, heavy mascara tube, but it does a good job. And once I got used to the mascara and this enormous brush, just applying it gently over your lashes, it really does bring length and volume. And I just got, you know, better equipped to using it. So it is a really nice mascara. I'm not having any flaking. In the beginning, the brush was so big that I was making such a major mess just applying it. So I really didn't care for it. And let's see. I think I'm going to use, I'll just stick with it, Bye Bye Pores blush. This is really a pretty blush. It looks like it's super, super pink, but I'm just going to tap it on just to give a little color. I didn't put on any bronzer or anything like that because I just don't want to put that much on. I just want to kind of bring a little bit of life to my face so that I don't look so washed out or what should I say, haggard. Yeah, probably haggard. And then my favorite, dress up or not, my Place Lumiere de Chanel. Ooh, this is my favorite. I love it. And I just kind of tap it, and then I just sort of spread it upward. Right here, just a highlight. I just think it adds, and you can see it once I put it here on the tip of my nose. And then I just rub a little, and I'm just holding my brush so lightly so that it's not overwhelming. But I love this stuff. I do. And then I just go around really good and pick up as much as I can. And you can see it's getting pretty worn, so I like to really rub it till I get it on the brush. And then I just kind of swirl it around all over just to get some highlight. And I think that helps with just kind of awakening the senses there. And then I think I am going to, what do I want to wear for lipstick? Let's see. What do we got over here? Something pretty. Something with some more color. Ooh, it's pretty. This is YSL. I have some gloss on my lips, so this is going on. Really light, but just a little color. And I'll put my glasses on so I can tell you that this is YSL 17. And it really is a pretty, oh, it's just so pretty. And now my lips feel so moisturized and good. And see, that's it. That's all I'm doing. And I just think this little bit of color and little bit of defining my eyes and mascara, I look at me and I still say, ooh, you still look tired, girl. You need to get a nap today and catch up. But I do feel like it just kind of perks my face up, and at least I feel like, okay, I can go out in the world and at least look like I feel all happy. And because, you know, you have to make the choice to be happy. You can't rely on someone else's happiness or their joy to make you happy. It has to come from within, and that is important. And you have a responsibility to yourself to be happy no matter what somebody else is doing, no matter where their happiness level is or their joy level. You have to choose for yourself how you're going to stay happy. So, very simple today. Bye-bye foundation moisturizer. Bye-bye it compressed. Bye-bye pores. It's pressed powder. I used a couple of brushes, my big powder brush and blush brush and Sonia Kashuk sponge. I did use a brush to brush on under my eyes, the Charlotte Tilbury concealer. I used Anastasia Beverly Hill brows on my brow lids. I used a couple of different favorite brushes for my shadow, and I did use the Milani shadow. And on my lids, my MAC Painterly pot. And one more thing, I probably forgot to mention this, that I did put on my NARS concealer before I put on this Bye Bye, and then blended it in, and then I just had a couple of extra red areas because I didn't put on, after I moisturized my skin and put on my sunscreen, I did not put on any primer. And so that's what I used, and then the YSL lipstick to just get ready for a quick refreshing look. And of course my Chanel little highlighter just to give me a little punch. So until next time, I will see you on Tuesday for my Tuesday weigh-in, and not too sure how I did there because I did get to go out with the hubby a couple of times, and I think I did pretty good though. Be kind, be humble, age gracefully. Bye.